That you've gone from having circles of people that have a negative effect on you to being surrounded by people that have either got successful businesses and have a massive positive effect. How did you go from circle to network work with those types of people?
Put yourself in the right kind of rooms, and it's literally as simple as nothing good happens in a pub. You know what I mean? Nothing really happens in a pub. A fight happens in a pub. Drinking
football
happens in a pub. Talking about, this is one of my favourite things as well. I love seeing fully grown men riled up over a team of 11 men playing another 11 men who get paid more than they will ever earn over 90 minutes of football, and they'll let it ruin the day and sometimes even the week. Do you know what I mean? I support a football team and I used to follow it religiously, but I'm like, I won't let that ruin my day if they lose. And I used to, when I was in a bad mindset as well, I was like, I'd go to the pub and drink and I'd find an excuse, oh, I want to watch the football, and I'd be there for hours drinking, wasting time, chatting shit with people who've got nothing going on. I then took the conscious decision to think like, right, well, is it aligning with my goals? And do you know what, right? Majority of the time, if you've got like a North Star or a focus and nothing else matters or sways you from that focus, what you'll tend to find is that these people will gravitate into your life anyway. They'll see the hard work you're doing. They might not always see it, but something will happen along that journey that will bring someone else into your life. Other people will fall by the wayside, do you know what I mean? Other people will go, but if they've gone and your life's got better, you've not lost anything. You know what I mean? There's people that you could think, oh yeah, I've been friends with this person since we were kids, and it's like, that's fine, but are they having a positive impact? Have they helped you? Are they doing anything? No. Don't just cut these people out. If they're still nice people and they still bring, like I said, I'm not saying just because if someone's not financially successful, they might be adding happiness to your life. Do you know what I mean? So you could have friends they're just nice people and you like to be around them. I've got friends like that, do you know what I mean? And I enjoy spending time with those people. But when you do just focus on what you're driving towards, you'll see the true friends and true supporters who want to be with you and be on that journey. And you'll also see the other ones that'll start to like fizzle away, and then you'll start to have other people come into your circle. And as well, if you are just starting out and you're not sure, social media is massive. You can look on social media, and if you think, well, I'd love to be a part of that, or make sure the other right people don't just go for people who look like they're having a good time on social media. But if you know, right, that person is successful at doing this. What I said with being the top performer, mirror what they're doing, go to the places they're going, see what they're doing. And it might be following a breadcrumb trail, a Hansel and Gretel kind of thing, because you might end up going somewhere. And one time they're there, you bump into them, you have a conversation, and you might end up having a really good relationship and becoming friends with that person. Or you might meet them and think, that guy's a tosser. It was all for social media, it was all a facade.
You said before about following your North Star.
I love that.
What's your North Star?
So, for a long time, we started A to B, and it was getting A to B to being a functioning, operational business. This is the crazy part about it. Everyone says, oh, I just want to build a business where it can then operate itself and I can go and just sit down and chill out. We got A to B to the point where me and Matt don't need to be here anymore. And people were saying, you can just chill out, you can relax a little bit. I did, chilled out, relaxed a little bit, and got severely, I'd lost my North Star, lost my purpose. What you've then got off the back of that is a spiral effect. That was my whole focus, that was my meaning, and I'd lost it. And I was like, well, what do I do now? Spare part. Like, what do I do? So that had a negative chain reaction sort of effect, and I was thinking, well, what is, so I was like, well, what is it that I have to do now? So then, obviously, found other parts within the business that I can obviously then help out with, blah, blah, blah. But then, this is why I said I need to find a new North Star. My new North Star was like, I want to become a person that I needed when I was younger, which was then the birth of Say Less. And it was like, right, I'll start putting out content, create a personal brand, be the person that you needed growing up, and be someone that people can look up to and relate to. And then, obviously, off the back of that, a new North Star came out with the clothing and other little bits of areas as well. And what you then find with that as well is you still have the day-to-day bits of stuff to do with your main operating business, you know what I mean? But you've also got a new baby now. It's like when you have a child. It's a baby and you've got to do everything for them. As your kid gradually gets older, you start doing less for them because they're fully functioning. It's just like a business. It's like you start a business, you have to do everything, and then it gets on older and older, and it sometimes becomes a lot more functional. You employ certain people to do different things, and then you're just like the parent that's the kids left, gone to college, and you're like, so what is it I used to do with my time? You kind of feel lost, you know what I mean? So find your North Star. And some people's North Stars are different though. Some people's North Star, I want to be the best parent in the world. I want to just be the best parent. That is my drive. Like every day I give my kid 100%, and I'm like, that's not me saying I love my kid any less. Far from it, polar opposite. I love my daughter's pieces. But a North Star is a complete different drive for every single different person. What is my North Star is polar opposite to what yours is, or any other person in the world. But until you actually know what that is, that's the thing. When men were men, right, and I use that very, it is the way I'm saying it as well, when men were actually fucking men, the job was to go out and hunt and bring back food. Or if we go a little bit further on in time, it was like, when men were men still, it was like they had a job, and that one job was what they had to go and do, and they brought money back to the house or whatever. Whereas now, due to the high dopamine, easily accessible things that are available in the world, like TikTok's constantly scrolling on social media, junk food, all these other little different weird things, drugs, alcohol, all this stuff that's a quick release of dopamine, men aren't men anymore majority of the time because they don't have a North Star. So they just go to a job they fucking hate just to get paid a little bit of shit money to then sit at home and release themselves in porn, alcohol, gambling, drugs. And there's no drive there as a man. Whereas if you've got a man who's got a North Star, you'll realise what your North Star is, because people will think you'd be willing to sacrifice everything to achieve that final outcome. And that's what being a man, in my opinion, is about.